Good morning, Azeroth. It is the 18th of September 2024. Grab your morning beverage and welcome to the stream. Today we'll be looking into the new story mode for the raid, fighting the final boss and seeing where the story takes us. Now, it is only the final boss, it is not the whole raid. But nonetheless, it is a new avenue for Blizz to continue pushing story to the more casual player base who does not do group content. We'll also be opening up the Great Vault and checking out our various weekly reset quests. So without further ado, let's get stuck in. Hope you're all doing well today. Wednesday, halfway through the week. Keep supping those beverages. You've got this. You'll get through. Now, from what I understand of the little bit of reading I've done, it's not actually thrust upon you like in a pop-up quest or anything like that. We actually have to go and find it, which I believe is Execute a Nezrek. Swap back over to our PvE build. Make sure we've got that slapped on as bar somewhere. There we go. Alright, let's speak to everybody and gather up our quests.
We are a light in the darkness. Don't give in to fear.
Let's have a gander. Which one? We did World Quest last week, we'll do Awakening the Machine this week. We do them all anyway, so it's not too much of a bother. The Irvin tell me of this Awakening Machine that is part of their life cycle. It imbues them with energy, once a gift of the Titans, but now from the World Soul. Faerun smiles faintly and nods knowingly. They hold it in high reverence, as we do Beladar. I will fight to defend it with the same fervour I would defend our own star. Aid me. We can't let them down. Aye?
May you walk in the light. Bring Beladar's warmth to those in need.
Begin speaking.
Beat 5 time walking raid bosses or dungeons. Don't know if we're gonna do that one, but we should pick it up. See about giving it a go.
Communication initiated.
Philemon, an agent of the new contact known as the Vizier, has approached us. I never expect, pardon me, an Arubian to come to us for help, but they brought to our attention something that could threaten us all. I need you to descend into Ashgate and infiltrate Arakara, the City of Echoes. If what Philemon told me is true, I cannot let whatever they have woven down there escape. Put an end to their operation. Bring back evidence of what you find.
May the Titans
Right, that's just our weekly dungeon quest. Check in on the delves. We gotta go have a look at the Great Vault. No major quest from Bran here to go and do. We should also have the various profession quests.
Work cycle interrupted.
20 bismuth. Do you know the backbone of a good mining operation? It's not the rare, flashy ores, it's the good, common bismuth. We don't have nearly enough. Wherever you go, keep an eye out for bismuth. Bring me as much as you can. Compensation is assured.
Resuming.
I mean, I've already got it for you. Bismuth is business, and business is booming.
We will continue speaking.
You're
with
back. Gratitude. You clearly know how to use a pick ahead of time.
faith.
So, do we have a blacksmithing one in here? Or are we not at the necessary... Sure, in Dragonflight it was level 50 of skill. sorted it for us. All the profession stuff seems so very expensive. There is a weekly quest for blacksmithing. We do not have it yet. Where is the consortium? Down here. There we are. Hello. Alright. Well, we know this one. I do read quest text, but when it is repeated, and we've done so every week, it's okay. We're not that much of a stickler. Time to open the Great Vault. We've got our PvE set on, so hopefully it'll give us something PvE related. Let's have a gander. So the highest we get is a ring. Absolutely pick the highest. I will also receive a quest icon. Item. Oh, that is just to say we've opened the vault. There we are. It's an upgrade. We need them. Oh, while we're in here. Slap everything into the bank.
I have calibrated my prices to be reasonable.
Get the fish in. Another recipe. Very good.
My directive has been...
Oh, oversee it.
Communication initiated.
So you found some beneficial equipment within the vault, have you? Good. There are many more pieces stored within. Take a look regularly. You never know what you might find.
May the Titans
Sorted. Now the catalyst should also have a second bump for us. Alright, we can transform some stuff. And we only want to do the PvE stuff for now. Ah, we do not have another silk. I wonder why. Maybe they only give us one every 2 weeks rather than every week. Or we have to complete some pinnacle stuff first. Nonetheless, let's move our way down and pick up our different quests. Got the Defender quest there, but we can go and grab that one any other time. Is that the world boss? We have to forge a pact in Ashkahet. Let's make our way to the Ring of Deeps, grab the one there. A second week of getting into endgame things, and it is now getting to that point of getting into routine with it. Once we have this story mode raid out of the way. Gundergaz. Make sure we grab our wax quest real quick. Yep, globs of wax. And the awakening machine.
Is that junk? This treasure.
Where's your transmog? I'm still infuriated by that. I won't forgive him. I don't know where it went. It was just there on that first day. Now it is gone. Right, let's make our way to Ashkahet, which we can do through the bottom back of the zone. And from what I've read, because again, as you've noticed, the game hasn't directed us there at all, which seems odd. Like, surely they'd want to push players in the direction of this story mode, and just haven't done so? Certainly unusual. Usually they'd point out a feature like that. But like, you know, we'd have a pop-up in the middle, an NPC would chat to us. Perhaps that hints towards a hasty inclusion of the feature. Not fully dialed in. Yum, says horse. Go see our Weaver friend first. We've killed one of those before, that's fine. Yeah, how do we... Ah! Hello, Weaver. There's a quest down there. What could that be? Alright, we don't forge the pact. There, we do it here.
It is good you are here. We rise.
Keep going with the Weaver.
You prove fascinating.
A lot of goodies so far, but we need to go and talk to the little fella.
Only the finest for you. Enjoy my offerings.
All things for the Freds. Not sure why we need access to a profession table specifically here, but maybe it unlocks something to do with professions. And not just the functionality, maybe there's a quest. Unclear, but get it out of the way. Which means access to the blacksmith. Hey Bobbin, how we doing? 5 and 9, understood. Webster. Childlike spider presents you with a sealed scroll. The sealed letter bears the marking of the vizier. Balance of power is shifting in Ashkahet. The queen grows more unstable by the day. I fear we must act before our opportunity to stop her slips from our grasp. Meet me at the Royal Apothecary when you receive this letter. This might well be the intro to the story mode thing. Again, you'd feel they'd have, I don't know, put a big marker for it on the map, but we've got it, that's fine. You got any fancy recipes for us? Nay.
Back to work.
Got the forge now. Does it count as a crafting? No, it doesn't count as a crafting table. What on earth did we just activate then? It's the access to use their forge? Bizarre. Alright, let's go see him. Much boinging. I think we get some of our weekly things that we need to do done and sorted out of the way, so we can get into delves again with the rest of us gear. Now, from what I understand with delves, they have had a lot of hotfixing and balancing and ups and downs, and it's been all over the shop for people. We managed to clear a tier 8. Obviously didn't go too far on Zekfir themselves, but we managed it, so I'm curious how it will feel thereafter. Executum?
Keep your voice down.
I would have rather sent my personal attendant to fetch you, but the situation demands the utmost discretion.
Stay silent. Stay safe.
Queen Ansurek has been busy since the assassination attempt. Her grip is tightening on Ashkahet, and her ever-loyal nobles attend to her darkest whims. On the behest of the Queen, her two most loyal nobles, Skynspinner Tazax and Anubarash, have locked down the Umbral Bazaar. Tazazak's insufferable propaganda machinations and Anubarash's increased military presence have painted a clear picture. Ascend or die. I need you to go to the Umbral Bazaar and disrupt their hold. Disruption is the key to loosening the Queen's hold on Ashkahet. What better place to start than in the heart of the city?
Right, again, from what I understand, this is like our little lead-in. Let's go cause some mischief. Now, while I'm glad there is, in fact, a story mode for
It's too far away.
without raiding in a group, I do wish it was more of the raid. Like, it being the final boss to get that cutscene's great and all, but it would have been even cooler to have the rest of it. Though I'm sure that was something that was probably just a time issue. Now, ideally, they'd have liked to do so, but they could not get it sorted in time.
I need to get closer.
Which is alright. A feature they can expand on going forward. There we go. Ow. Stop. I don't want to be ejected. I don't want to go back to the spiders. No. It was a nasty, nasty place. With Albert. Spamming that mark. Just get out. Get out of the city. Oh, the bee pet. Turns out, Executive, if we just walk in and start killing people, it disrupts things. I believe these are two bosses from it. The dissident has rung amok in the Umbral Bazaar and smashed my propaganda projectors. Your job, Anubarash, is for your soldiers to keep the peace.
Bah! Don't blame me for your failings to placate the citizens, Skein Spinner. Perhaps you aren't as persuasive as you think. Quiet, both of you. The Queen expects results, not excuses. Do your jobs, or we'll find someone who will.
Look at him playing at them.
It's about time.
Wild, he hasn't been discovered yet.
The Queen's grip loosens, and Skein Spinner, Tizak, and Anubarash look worse in her eyes. Two flies, one friend.
Watch where you wander.
Distressing news comes from the burrows. A sinister plan is unfolding in the gutters below. Citizens of the ward have been disappearing at an alarming rate. Skein Spinner, Takazes, I will never get it right, and Anubarash have all the subtlety of a hammer. I doubt it is their work. This is the hand of someone more subtle. I have a contact in the burrows. His name is Gotusul. Meet him in the burrows and find out what is going on down below.
Be wary.
Aye, aye. Yum. Oh, even lower. What war mode's like in this place? Seems like it would be messy. Hello, spy.
It's about time someone showed up to help. You are the one the Vizier sent, yes?
What shall you wonder?
The Vizier no doubt filled you in on some of the details. Citizens in the borough are missing, that much you know. Whispers on the wind tell a bigger story. Our citizens are being taken to the transformatory and never returned. We must stop this at all costs. More have been taken, but it's not too late for them yet. They are still being kept in the burrows. Find them and free them.
Is confirmed.
Make them pray.
These abductors are rounding up citizens, and no one in the burrows can stop them. I think it's about time somebody did something. They stalk the burrows, thinking they are unseen, but I can see them. We can all see them. It's just nobody here can oppose them. That is where you come in. Hunt these abductors down and show them who is really the prey.
For Ashkahet.
Alright, sure thing, Spyman, we can do that. Let's have a swig of his beverage. You all do the same out there. Keep yourselves hydrated. There you go.
I was almost done in.
Almost. What are the abductors?
I'll head to the inn. I do not wish to be alone. Anything but that.
Oh,
Name, Overcrawler?
perhaps with enough people doing this quest, there simply aren't many of the abductors about. We'll find some to murder at some point. It's fine. Oh yeah, they're getting wiped out real quick. More will come from the shadows. Gruff it.
I came to the burrows where I had nowhere else to go. Now where do I go? Nowhere is safe.
Bless him. So Razrun,
The abductors came from nowhere. I didn't think the rumors were true.
it's pretty rough at the moment for y'all. Here's a chunk of them.
The Queen's will is absolute. It was an honor to serve the Queen.
Well. Svingok.
I'm heading back to the inn where it's safe.
Good luck to you. There's a couple more.
I'm out of range.
Ascend or die.
Too far away.
I mean, that doesn't work for me. Not an Arubian. Although some kind of old god infusion probably would do somewhat nasty. There we are, that's all of them.
To the inn.
Are you lost in the dark?
The citizens of the burrows are in your debt. Good work.
We've protected.
I hope they squirmed in their last moments. I have no sympathy for those that turn on their own.
Farewell.
The Ethereals, eh? The leader of the abductors who have been terrorizing the citizens of the burrows. A non-native of Ashkahet, whose purpose is as shrouded as their appearance. One of the bosses in the raid is an Ethereal. Zalataf's force is creeping in. This modern model for them is pretty sweet, though.
While you have been out, I've been keeping busy as well. Your exploits in the burrows drew the attention of someone much higher up. A strange being wrapped in bandages with a scent like despair. Fortunately, this unusual monster is paying a visit all the way down in the burrows to find out why their abductors are missing. Now is our chance to strike and take down this whole operation.
I will go get him. I hope they've got something interesting to say. Apart from the intro with Zalatath, there hasn't been too much on the Ethereals, and if the raid story mode's only going to be the last boss, we're not really going to know. We'll find out what is happening in the burrows. Queen Anseret grows more volatile by the day. You must tread carefully.
I will not fail, princess, says the dead adjudicator.
Ah, Hemimophings. It's alright. He'll respawn any minute now. Sometimes you wish some of the story content was a little more instant, but doesn't that defeat the point of an MMO? It gets messy. And it's a good reason for the story mode thing itself. We can go in, unaired. There we go. We all got a tag. Everybody got one. There we go. Nah, no bonus dialogue from you. A shame. Was it? We've done it. We've got him.
Excellent.
The word of your exploits has reached all the way up here, a sign of a good job.
We literally just... Your network is impressive. There it is. Kill a queen. Queen Anserek's rule is a dark stain on the history of Ashkahet. Her rule has been marked with a tightening grasp of the populace and an uneasy alliance with Zalatath. She grows increasingly paranoid and sequestered herself in the Rubar Palace. Some crafting stuff, some valor stones, some rep.
Tightening her grip on the citizens is something I expected of the Queen, but forcefully ascending the populations of the boroughs is too far. Queen Anserek has fallen far greater than I ever expected. I can't sit idly by and watch her lead our people to ruin. The time is now. We must kill Queen Anserek and lead the people to a brighter future. Otherwise, who knows how far she will fall.
Ta-ta.
Oh no. Another assassin. We're fine. Okay, so now there should be an NPC. Enter in story mode. Yes, now it is telling us. Down there by the raid entrance. Let's have a gander. I'm very curious how this will work. Chris the Loyal. Quotes.
Oh, hello.
Azir sent word that you need to be smuggled into Naruma Palace. Don't worry, he already paid up front. I'll get you right in. The squeeze is a bit tight, I hope you don't mind a little dirt.
Hello, Mac. Welcome to the stream. What appears to be it's a lead-in, that quest line, to this NPC, and now we can hit this button to enter the story mode, which we'll do now. Now we know it's not going to be difficult, but it will let us at least see the final boss, and the cutscene that comes thereafter. Whoa! See, if they managed to get them all in and working for the final boss, why couldn't they have done it for the whole thing? That's a shame. There's so much of it I would have loved to see. They put so much art design into the raids, so much of the development time. Alright, come on team, let's go have a look.
I must thank you for exposing the rot within my court.
Oh dear.
None of them were worthy of ascension.
Oh. Yet already it just feels like, man, if only we could have done the whole thing like this. But, as we said, a feature they'll likely expand on in future. Let's get it then.
You will not stop the ascension of my empire.
Ooh, webs. We get to see some mechanics at least. Oh dear. You alright? Yep, they're fine. Silken Tomb. Someone's gonna get trapped. Oh, everybody gonna get trapped. Get them out. There we are. It's gonna explode. Oh! Is that a jump? We should do a little bit of off-healing. Don't stand in those. I'm glad it's not like shot down immediately. Back up. Get the tombs off myself and everyone around. Okay. Doesn't look like we can dodge that. Maybe it is just damage to be dealt with. Map. The sound effects makes that look very dangerous. Kill the ads. Just spider things. Ah, more ads. Music's pretty good as well. All the more reason I wish we'd be seeing more of the raid. I'll take what I can get as the more casual player. Use the portal to move up. No. Hey, you brought this on yourself, love, with all the power hungriness. Oh no. Void things. I'm sure on Mythic as well it has some unique, crazy mechanic, mayhaps. Oh, what is happening? There is a web. Very cool sound effect. That seems like unavoidable damage that needs to just be dealt with. Add. I think gluttony. Oh. That feels like it should have been way more dangerous. We just bubble through this next one. Nearly that. Can't even really. There we go. Cutscene. Stop! Why is it always gravity who wins? Steals our kills.
Slender is the strand that guides your destiny. So easily overlooked, yet cutting deeper than the sharpest blade. Shh. It's almost over. Your ambition was rare, you know. Yet despite even betraying your own mother, here you are. You promised nothing. Yet I gave you everything. You were just not enough. Pity me. I don't. You were a means to an end. Your survival wasn't necessary. I simply wish you had lasted a little longer. And now you learn the true lesson of the Void. Only the strongest survive.
Finally, this madness is over.
Oh, whole council's here.
Spared our people a dark fate, Overcrawler. The truth of our alliance must remain hidden for now. But you have our gratitude.
While the Queen's plot is ended, I fear something worse looms in the shadows. Only time will reveal if we hindered this unseen force or played into its hands.
I'd hoped for a little bit more of a tease at the end there, but actually giving the raid boss some time with Xalatath, it's good stuff. It is nice voidy dialogue.
At last, our threads entwine.
I was hoping that would be more of a stay a while and listen, perhaps outside. Let us leave then. Well done, team.
Our threads we
There we are. Let's turn it in. Quick and easy. Lets a solo player see that ending cutscene. If it's something they can do every time going forward, great. If they can expand on it and have us actually go through the whole raid, that would be ideal.
You are going to be interesting.
I take no pleasure in regicide, but it had to be done.
Ours perhaps will thrive.
Queen Ansarek is dead. With her tyranny ended, I can only hope for a better future. Who will lead us now? Is freedom worth the loss of stability? Perhaps questions suited for another day.
Fair enough. Nothing more to say on the matter? Nay. Well, kind of as expected. I'm glad she didn't go down super quick and we got to see some mechanics, even if they weren't really in any way dangerous to us. Even so. Let's start doing our weekly activities then. Get some caches, get some gear. Fang petals are a favourite ingredient of the Vizier. When fermented, its sap can be added to poisons and induce a death-like sleep. A shipment of these herbs was scheduled for delivery to the Vizier, but it did not arrive. Doubtless it was seized by Queen Ansarek's auditors. Gather a bushel of fang petals yourself, and I will ensure delivery to the Vizier. Sure. Haven't seen one of these yet. Rumour accepted. Find flowers. even say it was too surprising or ominous of being like, in the void, the strongest survive. It's like, that seems pretty self-evident, if nothing else. Like, yeah, sure, we already knew. I'll say though, especially after years of a main antagonist not really being involved for a lot of expansions and not being involved well, every time Xal'atath is on screen, she does command a lot of presence. And her writing and voice acting just carry her through. Design aside, which is also, you know, works very well. Queen Ansurek just kind of ended up being power hungry, standard kind of boss things. Which I wasn't expecting it to go any deeper with her from all the intro we've seen. And she did show up in the destruction of Dalaran, and obviously this entire zone is about her oppression. And she showed up in the main campaign as well. Still feels like, well, it's unfair to compare a Season 1 raid boss to the end of an expansion boss. They certainly did what they needed to do for Xal'atath. Although the Vizier does not approve of war profiteering per se, he does not mind profiteering from war. Queen Ansurek's recent raids in Hallowfall have brought a variety of supplies from that region to our city. My sources report that they are being stored in the Umbral Bazaar for preparation for sale, and that some rare herbs are among the wares. His Eminence would prefer that these herbs be delivered to his domicile. Bring them to me, I shall arrange that. Shower. And I... Ah! Wild. Just an NPC behind us. Don't accept quests from them! Oh, I see him. Tiny boxes. God damn it. Biggest problem with skywriting since it appeared in Dragonflight is immediately hitting the tops of trees and just battering our head into various objects. Happens constantly. That's more on me though and less on the game. Here we are. Each room is 10%, so now we can do some world quests.
The nearby Cobis have become a problem. Our citizens would appreciate you culling their numbers, and my alchemists would appreciate you retaining their organs.
Yep. The individual who really wanted innards was all about it in the side quest. Very eager. Get out of it. Give us those innards. There's a potion that I think we got to help with these. Yeah. Yoink. Water breathing and swim speed for a minute. Minute seems pretty short. Especially when there's plenty of players about hunting everything down. Such is the nature of the beast. Any Koibis on the shores of the side? Aha!
I need a target.
Me a salamander. Salamancha, rather. So many innards. Take a moment to fish while everything respawns. Excuse me, eel. You're not who we're looking for. More pets for a hunter. Yep. Fish. Thank you. Not the most tranquil of fishing spots, but it's okay. Oh. I juked myself out. Creepy noise in the background I thought was the bobble. The giant rucksack is for the innards, right. Thought that's a random thing that had been added for fishing. Where's our fishing at the moment? 222. Alright. Many chunks.
I need to get closer.
Very kind of them. Sorted.
Excellent. I'm sure the air will be laden with the aroma of boiling Cobus innards before long.
Overcharge this. Friend. Take his bits. It's 40%. Keep moving.
The stain of dead gods infests this area. It is being used to twist my people into the unrecognizable. Show them mercy and unmake them.
I think my biggest complaint is simply I wish it was the whole raid. But I imagine they would have to then create it so the AI followers could do the mechanics of each fight, even on a very basic level. I don't know how complicated some of those fights may or may not be. Hopefully it's something they can get into the pipeline and work out ahead of time going forwards. But I appreciate being able to just see that now before it gets, you know, thrown up all over YouTube, spoiled in thumbnails, that kind of thing. I don't think it would have been a problem to release that on the first week. I'm sure there will have been... There'll definitely been guilds who cleared the whole thing on normal straight away, I would assume. I know the race for World First will be starting with Mythics now, but... I'm assuming that cutscene was available to the lower difficulties as well. Would be very surprising if it wasn't. Wouldn't be just Mythic and Story Mode, that would be silly. Possibly. I imagine, Mac, that the story mode just had very toned down versions. of those mechanics. Like, we saw some mechanics, they just didn't do much damage to us, you know? It will definitely have more, and we know the mythic modes tend to have their own unique mechanics on top of that a lot of the time. It just might be fiddly to get the AI to act in accordance with those mechanics. Again, more than likely, it was just a time constraint for getting that feature in at any level and getting 10 AI in there to work and not somehow crash, ruin things, bug out completely, actually do her mechanics. I hope that whatever raids come next, they can do the full things in there. Honestly, I'd love to see them just make it harder. Actually have you engage with the mechanics. Because I don't really need it to give me a reward. I don't need mythic raid gear from just enjoying a fight solo. I can enjoy the fight solo just to enjoy the fight and have the more difficult WoW mechanics thrown at me. Like, I've been enjoying that a bit with Delves. Zekfia certainly has a few bits and bobs. We'll have to see when we eventually beat him. But I think giving people a challenge for the sake of it, like, you can give me a title if you want, I'll happily take Transmog. I don't need to be geared up through it, you know what I mean? Because that's what tends to upset people is, oh, how dare you give the casuals easy gear. Now everyone has to do this. This is mandatory. And it's like, well, we just avoid that problem by not giving it any gear upgrades, but still letting it be difficult. I don't see what the problem in that would be. I imagine it's probably just a balancing thing. And obviously time. Warbank is too full. This week is certainly going to be a week of actually starting to level alts, or at least logging in on them so they can pick up some of this gear and clean up the bank.
I'm out of range.
Submit to the unseen.
No, I don't think we will face this one. I don't think we will.
These Nerubians
Yeah.
chose to be pawns for a darker purpose. Their lives a forfeit. May their strands be lost forever.
Exactly. Exactly, Mac. Too many years it has been like, oh, the only way you get to see it is by going on YouTube thereafter. Hearing a content creator talk about it. Wait for... Even when they started, like, data mining those cutscenes beforehand... Like, sometimes the cutscenes for those final raids, encounters and whatnot would appear, like, way sooner. So you'd end up not seeing anything. No, I thought I had to go up and pick one, but never mind. You end up never seeing it unless you do go to YouTube, and even then it comes out early. And then you're just waiting for Raid Finder, which takes 4 weeks to open up. And a lot of people, as you say, they don't want to go into Raid Finder. The whole reason they're not playing group content is because they don't feel comfortable with it. It's the same reason I don't really play group content anymore. I'll nip in up to Raid Finder occasionally, but it's mainly for that reason. To see that final cutscene at least the once. I did a bit of the Dragonflight's Raid Finder for the last one to try and earn the exceedingly low drop rate for the Legendary Axe, and every week it gave you a little Cinder buff to increase the drop rate. But after a while and learning how much gold I'd need to craft things for it thereafter, I was like, nope, ain't gonna afford that with my poor WoW ass. But giving people the opportunity to see and finish that story in a timely fashion without having it be spoiled is really important. And I think with follower dungeons as well, that has just been a win. I've really enjoyed going through follower dungeons this expansion. Been an absolute highlight. Just to getting to take my time with a dungeon, go on through. Again, I wish I could scale the difficulty to make the mechanics more challenging for me. Like, give me a button, oh, I want to turn my follower dungeon to normal, to heroic, hell to mythic. Yes, I understand I won't get better gear. You know, maybe a pop-up comes up. I understand I won't get better gear. I understand this will be more difficult with AI rather than players. Like, something like that. If I want to challenge myself, let me challenge myself. But don't upset people by then offering me crazy good gear. Just let me do it for the sake of doing it. Oh, you've just come back since the end of MOP. You know, you're the second person we've had in the chat who has said the exact same thing. That MOP was the last time you played. Doesn't surprise me. The War Within's done really well for him. See people coming back. And we just had the Pandaria remix event, which was a great success. I had a great time going back to Mr. Pandaria through it. It was a really easy way to level alts as well, separate item systems and all kinds of stuff. They had a Battle Royale mode before that, if you can believe it. That means folks like you won't even know that Xalatath turned up first in Legion as our villain. Although back then, you only encountered her if you were playing a Shadow Priest, as she was their artifact weapon. I think they do enough of a job with her intro and the leading quests to at the very least give folks like yourself who are coming in cold after so long
The Empire runs on silk, as they say.
enough knowledge and seeing her to be like, okay, this is our villain. I see. I get it. I know some of the NPCs like Khadgar and whatnot have a lot of story to give. And like, who is this? Who are these people? They did a good job of that. Ooh, we got the treasure event. We've only had this once. So there's this big bag of loot that we found in our wax pile for some reason. And we have to stop the kobolds getting to it. No. I took a chunk.
I need to get closer.
Exactly. I completely agree with you there, Mac. The focus on the more casual and solo player, when it's felt ignored for so long and for so many years. With the follower dungeons, with rated battlegrounds, with more engaging world content. And by rated battlegrounds, I mean the solo queue option. With this story mode in raids and with more stuff to do at endgame. All the profession reworks and evergreen changes with Dragonflight. These were all things that led to this culmination of supporting the rest of the player base. And what might well be a way bigger portion of the player base than most people realise. I think the most vocal are always going to be your most dedicated. They're going to be your raiders. They're going to be your mythic dungeon runners. They're going to be your hardcore PvPers. Most folks who aren't are not going to be as vocal. They're going to play the game really casually. And it is wonderful to be served. Delves as well. Lest we forget, Delves I think have been a fantastic offering. Obviously we've had some balancing issues. But in terms of the content itself, fantastic. And as the foundation and something they want to do evergreen, rather than in years past island expeditions or Torghast or things like that, which just either didn't go over well because of how they were progressing things, how they still weren't quite what solo players wanted, and then it just peeved off everyone who wasn't a solo player because they felt like they had to do this content. Now Delves is an option, an endgame pillar, and a foundation they can work on going forward. And the design space there gives them loads of options. Ooh! Transmog from fishing. Don't mind if I do, little pickaxe. Love it. That's the other thing. They're giving me transmog all over the place. And transmog is like the biggest reason I kept a subscription for however many years. This whole time. With a couple of breaks, you know. Cheers, Treasure Hoard. Really weird you only gave me 1 wax, though. You put 10 in my inventory, but only counted as 1 wax gathered. I also wish it gave me, you know, when it says Treasure Hoard, I wish it was more than just 10 wax. 20 gold. Doesn't feel very Treasure Hoard to me. On top of all this stuff as well, you've got to remember, they're now serving a lot of different parts of the player base. Through Classic, and the different expansions going through there for folks who wanted more of the old school stuff. It's never going to be for me. I never want to go back to the time where I have to go back to a city, buy all my abilities with gold I don't have, try and save up for a mount, earn different skill with each weapon, and hit things lower level so I can actually use the weapon in current content. All those things just slowed things down to a point where that's not what I enjoyed about the game. Now, no issues for all those who did. Clearly, there's a giant market for that, and now they're being served. And then you've got Season of Discovery. Now that does intrigue me, because crazy stuff's been happening in there. Stuff like Warlocks tanking, Paladins getting Death Knight abilities, crazy new quest chains, and making Black Fathom Depths a raid, and the little snippets I hear from there are insane. And that's awesome. That's awesome. Need a swig of my beverage. I burstingly coughed down the mic. There we go, Weaver. We're now an accessory to the Weaver. 6 and 9. From Mac in the chat, back in the day, I was part of Large Guild, that was nothing but drama. But to experience true endgame, you had to deal with drama, even if you don't want it. Fantastic. Now, completely agree. And I think that ideal of having a guild and having things work out and it being a group of friends that you can trust, that you can rely on, and you can do all this group content with is and must be fantastic. But it's not the easiest thing to find, and not everyone is wanting to take what might be a struggle to engage with that, to find that, especially in the modern age of the internet and how really nasty some people can just be from the outset, and the worry that brings. Oh, it's a nice tabard. It is excellent to be catered to without such worries anymore. Oh, what stuff! Unfortunately, we have better shoulder pads, but we unlocked the customization. It's a nice piece. It's a nice Irviny Titan looking piece. We'd take those. Yeah, let me sell my garbage. Any junk transmog? There we go. So much transmog. Right, in Hallowfall, the thing is doing more of the flame stuff for the Radiant Cache. And then there is a world boss there. Not the other ones though, because they're all going to offer a cache too. That one's not, that one's just rep. Don't have to do that today. That one's a different cache. Time walking dungeons or raid bosses? Let me see. I haven't done a dungeon in ages. I've got the chat turned off. Like, Again, there's that feeling of, I don't want to be yelled at. I mean, obviously, I can't be yelled at right now. I also don't want to bring a group down because I can't remember a Burning Crusade dungeon from way back when. I'm not that bothered by gear, where it's a problem. Oh, there's a bountiful delve over there. What's our gear level looking like? 589. No, we should still make it up to Hallowfall first. Try and get at least to 590. Just so the delve isn't too horrendous. Unsure what the balancing will have done, to be perfectly honest. Make sure we're grabbing ore on the way. Bit of wax. Those little wax gatherings, by the way, also worked for the Sparks of War for the War Mode and PvP stuff we learned. That was very pleasant. Oh, I know. Just because our stamina's run out. Hey, you.
Are an outsider, yes?
I am. Would you mind just ferrying me up? Lovely. Right, while we get ferried up, just going to take a quick bio break. Be right back. Let me just bob it in the chat. Tappity, tappity, tap. There we go. Alright, won't be long. Enjoy the flight.
The lamplighters are stretched thin. For the Arathi to survive, we must settle in lands shadowed from Beladar's light. The darkness strikes out with threats not even our key flames can dispel. Aid us, outsider. Be our beacon in the darkness. And we're back. Thank you for your patience. Oh, it's one of those mornings. Headset back on. Let's get some key flames activated. There should also be... Where is she? There's a lady around here with the other weekly that is like kill some of the bigger rares. Further round and down. Yes, there you are. The lash rooms choke the life
Here,
out of crops
there she
and
is.
farmhands alike. Parasites to the Arathi in every sense.
I love this spot just for how many quests get thrown up here. I still need to discover if it's doable on alts. That spawns another person. We're alright at the moment, my dear. Given that all this stuff is shared through the warband, I don't feel inclined to farm the reputation. Pardon me, farm the reputation immediately. That alt friendliness is another thing for not just the solo players, but a load of folks in general. It encourages you to play more aspects of the game, more characters, more professions, see more, do more. And it's not...
We may not share our faith,
what's the
but
word?
Your valor is a beacon that rivals the Keyflame. You have our gratitude.
It's not asking players to be constantly keyed in, to be constantly doing stuff every day that they don't want to do. It's doing so in a way that's much more approachable, that doesn't take anywhere near as much time. The crystals being soulbound, I don't mind too much. They're not too hard to get. I mean more, is this activity that puts them up here, is that available under level 80? Does it count in the pantheon of world quests for the alts? Can an alt come here and level up doing all these different quests? I know the reputation's bound to the warband, so doing it on more than one character might not be advisable. I'm glad alts can. It's more the through the leveling process. Is it feasible doing there? Have you leveled any alts through here? Like after unlocking this endgame stuff? I love it as a design. This constantly growing battlefield in a way. I think it's something they can do a lot with going forward. It'd be a bit much if it was every single zone. But I think there's a huge amount of potential here. Feels very reminiscent of the old, played prior to Mists, the Isle of Quel'Danas, at the end of Legion, not Legion, at the end of the Burning Crusade. Oh, lovely to hear it, Mac, lovely to hear it. I'll definitely be running an alt through here, and banging out each of these different little quests. At the moment, I just want to keep an eye for this big one. I'm trying to remember how to activate it. I think it's at the end of these, when the fire runs out. As someone returning to the game after so long, how are you finding the new profession systems? Have you engaged with that at all? Across your different characters? So I find it a little overwhelming with all the stats and stuff, but I love the ability to go through and like pick, I want to unlock all these things for the transmog. Oh, speaking of. They might run into that problem of Dragonflight again, of too much things in bags. Because we're getting there already. The Warbank helps, but it ain't perfect for it. We're already getting a bit messy. I feel like a lot of the profession stuff and the groundwork they've set up there means that whenever they do add player housing, which is an inevitability, at some point the game will have it. Somewhat difficult at times. I'm doing blacksmithing and engineering. Yeah, getting the skill up I found quite difficult. Feels like there's a lot of really expensive or hard to find materials. And if you're not working the auction house Which I know there's plenty of guides for these days. It's probably easier than ever to just follow something and make a bit of gold. Like, from what I was told, selling tier 3 bismuth is the most lucrative thing for anyone mining. And then speccing up into tier 3 immediately. And at the same time you get a load of null stones. It's a lot of relearning. Absolutely. I think this foundation means that at some point
Our farms can heal from
they can have one of these
Your courage brings hope to these shadowed lands.
that is like housing specific stuff. Like something not tied to player power that professions can just work at and earn. Right, now we just need to find rare creatures. Put the one in here. Got plenty of these things at the moment. No, I didn't even notice. No, they were getting hit. I didn't realise they weren't fighting back at all. They got themselves up. I should have saved them. Guilt. Absolute guilt. Angry harvesters. Gonna give me tinnitus. I think I kind of get the whole concentration thing. Of like, oh, if you want it to hit the next level of quality, you just hit that button. And that refills over time. I think that's fair enough, Mac. Being able to do work orders with NPCs is a good thing. That helps. And it also, what's the word? It also gives you different rewards, like bonus knowledge and stuff like that, which I appreciate. But because it doesn't really inform you of like what materials are rare and what you're needed, I spent some stuff in the first reset of doing them. I spent some of my rarer resources just doing the NPC work orders. I told a friend of mine who was getting really into professions, and she was like, oh, you shouldn't have done that. That stuff goes for loads on the auction house. I was like, oh. Well, at least the game rewarded me a little bit. I know one of the rares that we can get quite easily is the frog at the back. We just need to get 10 fish for it.
Waterways have always been dangerous in Hallowfall. Fierce predators of
I just feel like the one over here, where is it?
Keep them clear.
This one is going to have its boss show up at the end of it. I think that's how the system works. The boss shows up once that timer runs down. Or rare, rather. Because when they introduced all these profession changes in Dragonflight, one of my goals was like, right, I want an alt that can do each one. I want to be self-sufficient with it. I want to build it up myself. And the biggest problem was just sharing materials between alts. And with the War Bank now, that problem is solved. So we'll be putting a lot of stock into leveling alts. Oh, we've only just learnt Ashkahet. Recommended skill 375? We can't get to 375. What do you mean? That might well be a typo. Okay, that's 3 fish. Large beam will shoot out. Alright, we have enough time to gather a couple more fish then before it does. Appreciate your knowledge, Mac. Helps me out. Give me that fish. Also want to create an Irvin just to see their starter experience and the story that comes with it. It was a very in-depth allied race quest, which I appreciate. I didn't like the reputation grinds when they first got introduced that system, and I know they've got rid of most of that now. But having a lead-in is nice. thinking I'll do one that's a priest. So at some point I can go back and do the Legion Shadow Priest quest line and see that Xal'atath intro myself. I never did it back in Legion. I only did a few of the class order halls and not all of them. A little bit of the Mage Tower and some of the classes I wanted to get the unique class order hall mounts. That's what my Paladin horse here that we've been using is. For the Hunter it's this giant wolf wyvern. I love that mount, it's great. Shaman's got a big old elemental they could ride. There's loads of good stuff. Oh, no, where's me Tuskar dinghy? Very useful toy from Dragonflight. Bink! Hehehe. Gotta be conscious of that light beam coming up. Absolutely, having the reputation be account wide, it just takes that layer off doing ults. You can't be like, oh well, I'm not going to be earning it, I need to be like plowing through repeatable stuff on my main so that I eventually, oh we got 10, so that I can then get the most benefit from it. Because now it's just way easier. Ooh, timed that well. Absolutely risking death to fall damage. There's one. How are we looking at our reps? 10, 10, 14, 11. A ways off hitting the max at 25, but feels much more doable than Dragonflight, where a couple I just gave up on. Hope we can get this one. Barely. Ooh, warband leather. Lovely. Let me just grab this. I spent the time to get the fish. Let's just do that for people.
I can't use that item yet.
Yeah, give them the fish. Come here, big fella. No, sit, please. For a lot of the other classes, I want to see their different hero talents and stuff. I know there's been mixed reviews, and that already for the 20th anniversary patch, there are some big changes coming in. Some of them. I know the Dark Ranger Hunter's getting a decent sized overhaul. More warbound stuff. Jubbly. Our bag filling up way too quickly. Oh boy. That's all stuff that I have to keep on this character. Ooh. Got 2 sparks. We can craft something fancy. Okay, we'll have to look into that. More of these. Let's hand that in. Okay,
The
right.
Emperor rewards the faithful. Obey the testament of Beryldar.
There we go. That one's soulbound. Stab it, earthen dagger. Don't know why that'd be called a lamplighter's war knife when it's clearly an earthen design, but there we are. We sell the candle. Alright, let's go and check in on this world boss. I didn't do one last week. Imagine at this point there's folks around. And there's the World Echo events here as well that we needed other stuff to do. Atrocity of the Undersea. Whoa.
Have become brazen, attacking in the shadow and the light. We need you to take the fight to them.
There we go. Nice and easy for the world bosses. Click the button, join in. Try not to die. Nasty blobby abomination design. It would be nice if in WoW world bosses were less of we just walk up and boot the thing as a giant mass of players. I know from what folks have told me about Guild Wars and some of the stuff I saw in Final Fantasy, but stuff just out there felt a little more dangerous. Whereas in WoW world bosses haven't been dangerous for a long time. I'll have to see. Nah, not standing in the garbage might be an idea. Yep.
Flame take those accursed creatures.
Some money.
Well done.
That'll do. Boop. Sorted. Is that a rare we've killed? Yes, it is. Grab our ore. Make our way round to Meryldar. Get that off. Sorry, can't cleanse you as well, Hunter. I could have done if I waited. I was just impatient. I regret nothing. Oh, very nice. We got our ring from the Great Vault this morning. Decent item level. Cheers to Delves. I think it was down here. Oh, I keep forgetting we can do this. If you go in here and just heal someone, you get a 3-hour buff that heals you 5% every 10 seconds. And you can come and do that anytime. You can use a bandage or other stuff as well.
New reserves are readying to enter the front lines.
There's a little bit of dialogue with
Teach them much.
the Lightborn Draenei leader, Captain Farney, with a kid here. Which again, just unprompted, walking past. Bit story. It was nice. Love to see more like that.
We are the holders of hope.
What have you got for me?
We are
Rewards
the
and gifts from the Arathi.
always be prepared.
Lovely jubbly.
Sacred flame.
What else you got for me? We haven't collected the cape yet. Oh, shoulder cosmetics. Ooh. We picked up the claymore. We can probably craft now. Tempted by the shoulder pads. Fancy kitty. Oh, I've seen folks riding around on similar ones to this. Very fancy.
For the Empire, we must prepare for Beladar to shift.
Do I want to spend some of these crystals? I kind of do, because I want to get me cosmetics.
Need it.
The darkness comes. We are prepared.
Do you have a bank over here in Meraldar? I don't really have guards to discuss that with. We're not completely out of space at the moment. Getting there. Dangerously getting there. Oh, we had those Ashran quests. Whoops. Dungeon. That's Zekfir. That's the old Dragonflight one. That's our orders. It's rated PvP. Oh, we're only an hour and a half in. We're making, like, getting these weekly necessities done feels extremely quick. Let's make our way to Awakening the Machine, get that done as well. Keep an eye out for wax. Especially the more we've gotten used to the zones and how everything works and getting about. Hello. What this? Barry Lynn Flame.
We will triumph.
Oh, this is yours.
The Empire's light will banish.
Ah, this is cute. Couldn't tell you where it came from. It appears to be made by a hobbyist rather than an artisan. I'll put it up on display, though.
Take your leave.
You're welcome. The figure depicts the Ballad of Flameclaw, a storied war lynx that braved a burning ship to save its rider. It's said that when he ran through the debris, it was as if the flames were blessing him, leading him to his goal. Recently, scholars have found some old soldiers' logs that suggest Flameclaw may have actually been given the name Beans. I guess nothing has changed about how we Arathi treat our cats. No, it is adorable. Let's give them pets. Iggy, get pet. Desperately need a pet animation that isn't the crafting grabby hands. Ah. I think we still have a few of those Arathi items. Yeah, we do. We do have a few. Let's keep going. Wish the wax spots came up on the map so I wasn't looking down the whole time. Maybe there's something from a renowned vendor that is like, show up the snuffling spots on your map. Wouldn't surprise me. Free world quests and unlock this cache. We had the Arathi cache. We'll have one Awakening the Machine cache. We're not doing the Time Walkers one, so I do these free world quests, do the assignment, be another one. Make sure we're grabbing our art. Hello, slugs and snails, don't mind me. Just pilfering. Excavating, I suppose, not pilfering. Gross web. Hey, a bit of knowledge. Bit by bit. Spider. Oh, I'm sorry, snail. I didn't mean for you to be involved, but here we are. We can mine it. Why not? Bit of bismuth. Bit more wax. Ah! Bang. I love that build-up. Even if I barely pay attention to it.
It
is a bright day with exceptionally favorable winds. A perfect day for a race.
Absolutely. I'll do the base one again. These are growing on me. The more I do them, the more they grow on me. I just kind of ignored them in Dragonflight past the ones we had to do, but they are kind of fun. I don't know if they ever had like multiplayer races where you were racing other people. I don't know what happens if you do it as a group. We know for the anniversary event, when they had those classes for the Drakfir, they're able to fly as a squadron. So if you got a couple of mates, you can fly as like a group of 3 in formation, which is pretty interesting. Obviously that wouldn't be useful for races, but it's still just a cool little addition. I don't see why they couldn't take that tech to just folks flying around with friends on flying mounts in general. Or maybe they want to keep it as like a selling point for the Drakfir. But
Nicely done. You and your Drake are exceptional.
hey, got the gold. Lovely jubbly. And it counted as one of the world quests we needed. Excellent. More webbed. Oh. None of you have in mind, do you? No, it's fine. Oh, PoE ring. More stuff for alts. All at level 80 now. Oh no. Thanks. Gimme, 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 gimme.
Someone didn't get the message. These are earthen resources.
Oh no, not this junk again. They need to fix that from that quest. It fills up the bags way too quick.
I need to get closer.
And they only sell for a copper apiece. God damn it. You leave their cinder brew alone. There's a lot of people saying the Earthen don't eat and drink. I keep seeing them eating and drinking. Someone in Donegal who sells gems as snacks. This cinder brew, a load of them are just holding it and drinking it. They seem to eat and drink plenty from what I can see. Ooh. A rare we may not have seen. I don't think I recognise the name. I think it's a basilisk. Oh, I only need to cast that holy power. I forget. That's why I didn't take it in PvP. Hey, chunk of renown. You get one, I'll take the other. Hey, it's not phased. Good stuff. Wherever it is. Come here, Snuffler. Oh, sorry. Didn't realise you were still coming, friend. Oh, Jesus. That'll be Templar's Strike then, the other hero talent for Paladin I haven't looked at yet. I'm just not bothered by giant hammer blow. I would much rather have crazy light things. Do you need it? No, you're moving on. There you go. Trying to be considerate.
It's too far away.
Oh, never mind. One more. So many players. In war mode, this must be a nightmare.
Mission accomplished. Thank you for doing what needed to be done.
You're welcome, Brimf. Alright, one more. And we can get our cache here. We can do the Awakening Machine cache. Then that'll be the Arathi one. That weekly one. And then I think we get one from doing the theatre, right? That's in 20 minutes. I think we can make that.
Too much. Help us out. Point out any good scrap.
Where? Hang on. What scrap? Is it in this river? It is. We move quick enough. We can get to the theatre production. I know how to words. Don't touch me, worm. Love a good bit of rummaging.
Finally, spiky sticky, it's all good.
So happy. It was a shame that when we did the quests over here, we didn't retake their little home and make it a questing hub. Mayhaps that will be like a place they can do an intro to the whatever goblin and undermine stuff ends up happening. Lovely. Right. The special assignment.
Something dark is waking beneath the hollow. Our defenses won't hold for long. Find the source. Crack its lair.
Pull me out! Pull me out! Sure. There you go. Take this. You'll need it to restart the drills. Oi. Hello? There we are. Greetings. Oh my, you're a big un. Oh, you're a big un with a lot of health. That's hurting me. Mistakes were made. Ooh.
I'm out of range.
I don't want to be devoured, thank you. Ow, ow. That's right, focus on keeping topped off, we should be fine. Do not fall back into mushrooms. There we go, we've got more folks turning up, should be fine. Pet's doing a bit of the tanking, that'll help. I need to be dodging that and not just waiting for it to hit me. I'm waiting for it. Not that one. That. Aha! Try and save the hunter pet. Oh, no, no! Knew it was coming. Graded mail. There's another one over here. Fuel, just excuse me. No! Curse you, despawning ore. I did not interrupt fast enough. Bring him down, team. Hey, got it that time, that's fine. These big ones in the zones feel a touch tanky, but it's going down. Finish it. There we go. We got some of the fuel we needed as well. Yeah, this is for the drills. Just... okay. Or... curse you, explodey, or hate you. Hate you. Everything you stand for. No. That's one drill.
It's too far away.
Curses. See if we can break the wards. Oh.
I need a target.
It's one ward. I see him. That's pretty cool.
I need to get closer.
Where's the third up there?
I'm out of range.
Come here. Break it. Bah. There you are. Well done. Take this fuel cache. It'll be more use to you. Gives a chunk of them.
It's too far away.
Enough players about as well where it's a non-issue. No, he didn't drop a... oh no, he dropped one. No, he didn't. Curse you.
I'm out of range.
Gimme, 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 gimme. Hey. Go away. Stay spores. Shoo. Very cheeky. Right, second drill. accidentally healed Nazgrim. There you are. Devouring residue. Hogbeast resides inside you, reducing damage taken by 25% for 5 minutes. Isn't that nice? I just realised there's 2 of them on me. It's fine, there's enough folks about. I don't stand in garbage. Three more. Topped off and we're fine. Lovely. How many we got? 3. Nope, get yourself out there, miner. Come on. We love this minigame, don't we? There you go. He didn't give me one. Oh no, he did. He dropped it on the ground. Understood. Oh boy. Many hammers. Mitigate the damage, boop his face, job done. Right, that's all we need. And voila.
Next destination, the Shadow Scene. Be ready for whatever's down there.
Understood. Let me get this wax though. What? Ah, whatever's down here is already dead. It will respawn in a moment. And we have escape rope there. Oh, Jeeves. Don't mind if I do. Desperately needed to go back to the bank. There it is. Nasty fumes.
Well done.
Whee.
Shadows and chaos are no match for order and vigilance.
And we're out. Right, back to Gundurgaz. And that in. Do our Awakening the Machine. Another event which feels like it was nerfed prior to release from what I understand. And having played it a few times now, I don't know why. Even without any gear, it didn't seem too difficult. And it's something you could have just made multiple difficulties for. Slightly better rewards. Because it's always that balance of if you start giving something rewards that are too good, people inevitably complain. It's like, well, now this is a weekly quest I have to do every week without fail. And especially at the start of the expansion, I feel like people need to chill out a good bit. It's like it's an MMO. This is meant to be here, what, 8 weeks? The first season set of stuff before the anniversary event? Like, chill out, it'll get there. You'll get your gear. So they just end up nerfing stuff or removing rewards for them. Regular cash. That can be sold. Coins. Bigger cash for a coffer key. That means there should be one more we need. I think. We'll still go do the theatre because why not? When is the theatre? 4 minutes. Can we complete awakening the machine in 4 minutes?
Hope you brought tools.
Not sure if I can, actually. No, we come back down and do it. Let's go to Donegal first. Put some stuff in the warbank. Oh, big stretch. Pardon me. Hey, there we go. Stop that cold tea. See, look. He's got a drink in his hand. He's got a spare drink right there. Of course they eat and drink. That's auction house, not bank. I do this every time. This one is the bank. Right, surely this is the last week we get that confused.
I have calibrated my prices to be reasonable.
Right. Starting to get very full. This more of a problem though. Move the profession stuff over. Because, oh my god. Knife. It's too much. We need to log on at Waltz this week and clear some of this and let them take it. Or we take everything for the Dragon Isles bit and put all our Dragon Isles profession stuff just on the auction house. I don't know how much it'll all go for these days. This optional stuff we don't need either. More to consider down the line, not at the moment. Alright, that's all that sorted. We had 2 sparks. We still have a few minutes before the... Nope, we have 1 minute. Never mind. To the theatre!
What path brought you here?
Actually starts in 2 minutes. It's very busy. Just gonna quickly refill my water and I'll be right back. Wait, just in time. That person screaming encouragement.
No directive needed. I think they want a spotlight. Make it clear they are not getting one.
Aye, aye. Very cheery music. I do love it here in Donegal, mainly due to the music. It is the most old school WoW feeling zone of the lot of them. Just feels nice to be here. I don't think it'll match up to the ever-growing Hallowfall quest area for leveling alts, but it'll certainly be one we spend time in.
Speak freely. No directive needed.
That was my fan. You outshine them all. So they're just going to show up now after that little side quest and occasionally give me approval? I suppose that's pretty nice as well for... Over time, there will be less and less players in the event. Especially as patches roll out and new zones roll out. They still want them to be doable for solo players. You know, when there's very few folks here. I wonder how it is for leveling in Dragonflight. Like, if you can get them done to a decent level. Obviously, you won't be filling them up the whole way, but enough to get quests and achievements sorted.
I could spend all my cycles watching you perform. We're not in the performance yet, Gilwig.
Very overzealous fan.
The audience is looking for a show. Let's give it to them.
Blow a kiss. We can do that. Oh, the raptor. Mwah.
It's our directive to keep this venue spotless for our audience.
Time for cleaning. Alright, where's the mess? Ah, there we go. Disgraceful. Get it all cleaned up. Just rampant mugs left all over the place. Oh yes, I remember going out drinking. Mugs and cigarette butts everywhere. Many unwelcome guests in the spring. That maze just exploded. Oh no, it's stuck. Oi! Oh, he got out! That's a first. Go, Wig.
It isn't a show without the cast and the crew. Help them out.
I'm weeding. More pulley minigame. Yonk. Where is the bonk sound effect for falling on your ass?
We have some play materials that need collecting.
Some vases. Alright, I'll sign it, go.
What path?
There you go.
You keep my process going.
Oh dear.
I don't remember them attending rehearsal. Show them out.
You can have it. I love the one with the brush. Way with you, please. Thank you. Make way. Make way. Thank you, encouragement. I like that one. The Rubians. There we are. Showtime! Everybody get dressed up. We've had a new show each week so far. Let's see if it's another new one.
As the ages unfold, so too do new experiences for the Earthen, outside of their edicts and directives. Let us explore one of those.
By chucking flowers at them.
All of
It's a new one.
Gunderglass showers us in your favorite flowers.
Oh,
Ridiculous with so many players here.
they're all
Love
so
it.
beautiful. I love you.
The monotone really not paying off for the emotional beat of the scene. But they're trying.
What is this love? Ah, we have no time for that. Archive your memories.
No, my memories, Claudgren, my fused.
It's pretty sad, actually. The whole memory forgetting of the Irvin. I think anyone who's played through the side quest did the one with Conrad's for the horn here. Ertago, that was it.
Brunelda, you have to remember me. See? I have your favorite flowers.
It was very well done.
Task in progress. Must maintain efficiency, but I register the flowers as beautiful.
Gerwig.
Tell me what drives you.
The amount he shows up probably means for a solo player you can get this bar up a decent ways, even if you were here by yourself. Enough to complete the quests, I assume. Oh, Overseer, goodbye.
Our efficiency will drop 40%. By restraint.
Dealt with. Everybody bow. Very good. It's silly, but I like it.
Gunderglass stands with us.
They do. And in time, I hope they understand and have a fused all their own.
More crests and goodies. The box. No, somebody has a... Just leave this one up for me, would you? Alright. I think that just leaves us with Awakening the Machine for today. And that way we get our Pinnacle cache and our Awakening the Machine cache. And we're ready to get on with some delves tomorrow. And also, with those two sparks, make ourselves a decent weapon for our PvE shenanigans. Don't have to make one for PvP, as we know when we cap out Conquest this week, we'll get a weapon there. Alright, Codress, let's get this over with.
Keep the gears turning.
Fly followed me in when I went to get water. Just constantly flopping at the screen. Shoo fly. Aye, we've got you, bub. And even week 1, this didn't feel that difficult.
I need to get
Again, that's feedback they're getting. Hopefully they can make it a little more engaging. It doesn't have to award crazy gear. Again, sometimes it is nice to just have the challenge for challenge sake. Stun or interrupt and they're gone immediately. Swarm bots are too slow and in too few a number to prove a difficulty. Oh. In terms of just getting all the weekly stuff sorted, what, it's been barely 2 hours? And on top of doing the story mode raid and unlocking that, we've done most of the big weekly activities we needed. It is nice it can be sorted so quickly. Potential concerns for the long term, but in terms of just getting the bits of gear we need, it's fine. Will absolutely let us focus on ults as time goes on. Oop. The very industrial yet celebratory music in here is pretty nice, though.
Hope you
we're good to go.
back while I commune with the machine.
Hazard beam, either we stand in front of or an enemy does. Stop the beam reaching him. I'm not saying you'd have to get to a point of like pull an enemy in, stun it in front of a beam, have all 4 active at once. Especially when not every class has, you know, off healing like we do. A little more. I suppose just because of WoW's age rating, it's still like a 11 or 12 rating. So it has to be able to cater to a younger audience or an audience who doesn't really play MMOs, or it might be their first MMO. Again, options solve that issue. There you go, get beamed. Get off him, please. Thank you. Avoid the lava waves.
Hope you brought tools. Let's get
keep
this
going.
done. Watch my back while I commune with the machine.
Heal him up. Feels like their routine maintenance is not healing their allies. There we are. Explode. Thank you.
Time to fix things.
Nearly there.
It's too far away.
Make you explode. Make you explode. Throw the heal. Last set.
Let's get this. Watch my back while I commune with the machine.
Ah, no, we've got you, we've got you. Never know, maybe on classes I don't play, as we start doing more alts, I will find this a little more challenging just because, but I don't know.
Time to fix things.
It's simple enough to do. How are we doing, Codus? Oh, he's completely fine. There we go. I'm not sure what triggers the bigger explosion. Because there, that time it just blew up normally, whereas that time it left a puddle on the ground and did like a wave of fire. Alright, last one.
I can't attack that.
Sorted. That's the Pinnacle Weekly done. And it's the Awakening done. Oh. Stretch. Give me that booty. Good stuff. Renown rewards. What have you got for us, Squick?
It's that
Expressing gratitude, please accept this as a reward for all your hard work.
Some crystal. Yeah, decent chunk of crystal. Got anything else for me? We already know the stew. We already have the mask. We can buy the mining notes now, though. How much a create? Got enough to start getting these. No blacksmithing one, though. Different vendors from the different reps, I assume. Alright, let's get our bismuth up. Need to get it all the way.
It's not junk. It's treasure.
Now all fixed up, shiny and smooth. Here's your shiny bit. Good work done. Now let's swap some goods, yes?
Yeah, when you restock the transmog stuff you had on day 1 and no longer have. Swine. More crests. We go in hand in the big one in Donegal. Right there, Worgen. Yep, they're fine. They're recovered.
We cannot hide from evil.
Here's Faerun.
Can you feel it? Beladar hums with joy, with hope. You've done well, my
Stuff.
friend.
Good chunk of gold as well. That's very nice. Got a fragment as well. We can spend this one here. Craft ourselves a better PvE weapon, which we'll do now before we stop for the day. Right. Where is it? Our charged claymore was the one we can make. We have the 2 sparks. It is now, do we have everything else we need for it? We need 6 sanctified. We can make 2. I need a nullstone. Do we have enough of those half nullstones in the bank to be able to craft it? Excuse me, coming through.
An extended supply of goods for our
Oh, curses. Then we need to purchase 1 more nullstone. What was the other things we needed as well? A super beast fang, storm touched weapon wrap, and the charged alloy should be alright. It says we can make 2. We need 12. Is it just Acrite I'm missing from there? No, it's the core alloys. We can make enough of those. So it is just then... Where's my sword gone? These 2 leatherworky skinny things. Well, let's see what the damage will be.
My directive is to serve you.
Ooh, 3,500. Goodness me. Well, we are making a weapon. Will be worth it. And then, what's the other one? Storm touched weapon. Then the quality will affect the final result. We're spending the money. Let's get the big one. Why not? I am making this charged claymore. Better than the current weapon I've got. It's a first craft. It can require the 2 sparks we've got as well. And that weapon upgrade will be very helpful for clearing PvE stuff. Trying to fight Zekvir tomorrow after we do a couple more delves. Oh, Postmaster. Right. I wish the auction house just put it in my bag. I've forgotten for years. Yum. Alright. Let's use our better quality stuff if we can. Need like 4 more of these. I forgot to buy 1 goddamn nullstone. There's always something. Luckily, they're all very close together. I bet these get pricey.
For outlanders.
Jesus. They're nearly 6k a piece? Wow.
My directive has been...
Once we get that mining upgrade to be able to farm them more easily, might be a very useful way to make money. I just think about it, I've got 4 broken ones in the bank. If it was fully upgraded, they would all be perfect ones. 6,000 almost a piece. That's a lot of money.
What is your command?
I've got to accept the mail. Do you know what? I'm too lazy. Come here, bird. Give me my mail. Thank you. There we are. Cheers. Okay. Concentrate on the 3 of these. Okay. Then we need the charged alloy, which I do not need to concentrate on. Well, no, we should still do. Hang on. We don't want to concentrate on these ones. We need 12 of the charged alloy. So, how many have I already got? 1. And I can make 2 there. Need 9 more, so I need 18. I need all of these. He's given up on anime. He's just going to stare at it. Hopefully. Wistfully. Oh, we need a load of echoing flux. That's easy enough. Hello, give me 1,000. Thank you. Oh, we can just do it. Hang on. Do 2 of those at higher level. There we go. Upgrade the quality with one of those. Concentrate to upgrade it a bit more. Let's do it. Good stuff. There, can we unlock a new specialization? The ever-burning thing seems like a buff that we have to manage. means of production first. I'll be crafting more than I will be really being careful about it. We've got a lot more to fill out just to unlock the transmog options for first. Alright. Sword. Good stuff. Save it to the set. That's the rest of that sorted. Oh, hang on. I should double check while we're here if I can do the NPC work orders. We did just use a lot of material, but we should be alright. Let me see. Crafting orders. Patron! There they are. Oh, they want me to make the sword at that quality. No. You just want a core alloy. I absolutely should have enough bismuth, don't I? Haven't used all my bismuth, have I? For that sword? Wait a goddamn minute. Wait a goddamn minute. Did I not pay attention? Was that all of my bismuth?
I have calibrated my prices.
No, we got loads. It doesn't take into account it being in the warband bank for some reason. Don't know why. That's annoying. Alright. So we need to gather that bismuth. Let me go back to the others. Oh, I have to do it order at a time. It's alright, figuring it out with patrons. I didn't do much of the work orders in Dragonflight other than just work orders for my own alts. Like, that was how I was completing the weekly quest, and it was a massive chew-on. Jump around on our characters like that. So I'm glad of the NPCs doing it. Let's grab our blacksmithing stuff just so we don't have to rush back again. Bismuth. Might need those ingots. Aquarite. It should be okay. Ah, goddammit. Don't get killed by the crushing machine. Wonder if there's an achievement for that. Knowing that we have to concentrate to hit the thing. We might not have the concentration to do the ones we need. Let's see. Oh, a null stone. Curses. I don't think we're going to be able to get that done. Simply because we cannot guarantee the quality without concentration. Without slowly building it up over time. Like, even if I was to do like 6 of them, how far does this go up? So slowly. So very slowly. God. Barely at all. Definitely need to save up the concentration for it. Alright, we come back and do the work orders with that then. Not going to waste a load of time praying to get the crafting skill up when I barely understand the system. Concentration helps get past that. Probably shouldn't have used loads of it for the sword, to be perfectly honest. But, you know, the sword is useful. We are going to be swinging at things with it. Thank you. Right. Make sure I've spent it all. I have indeed. We can sell our old stick.
I have an extended supply of
There you go. Can bob the rest back in the bank.
I have an extended supply of goods for Outlanders.
I'll do it for now. Think that's us sorted for the day. We'll be back tomorrow to do some delving. How many coffer keys have we got for then? 8, so we got plenty to do. Good stuff. Let's just visit our dragon friend. Can we upgrade our new sword much? Not at all? Interesting. Maybe that's because it's omen crafted. I don't know. What about our new ring? No, because it requires the big ones. Ooh. Helmet we can do some of. And get that up there. Just help us get through those delves. Then the cloak is the next big one, which also requires those. Ooh. Goodness me, we can get this one all the way up there. Very good. 594 will help us in our tier 8 delves. We only get gear from up to the tier 8, and the delves thereafter are merely for prestige and more of the mount customizations for the dirigible. We'll deal with that tomorrow. So for now, folks, thank you very much for watching. If you've enjoyed yourselves, hit that like button for me. Let's continue to fight the algorithm, get the videos about to more folks. If you enjoyed yourselves as well, feel free to subscribe for more content on the channel. We're here with World of Warcraft every morning, 9 AM UK time. And on a weekday evenings, we play other games on the channel. Currently going through Space Marine 2. We've just finished the campaign. We'll probably be doing a few weeks of going through the co-op and the multiplayer and just having a good old bash on it. I'm enjoying the gameplay quite a lot. So until next time, everyone, much love, take care, and bye-bye. Oh, goodness. Thank you very much for watching, everyone who came along live as well. It's very kind of you to spend your time. Take care.